Picture this, it's a cozy evening, the popcorn's popping, and you're huddled up on your favorite armchair, ready for a cinematic adventure. The year is 1953, and the world is buzzing with tales of the unknown. It's your very first encounter with It Came from Outer Space, and the anticipation is palpable. The flickering black and white screen transports you to a time when science fiction was still in its infancy, when imagination knew no bounds. As the eerie spaceship crashes into the Arizona desert, you can't help but feel a shiver run down your spine. The otherworldly beings emerge, their mysterious silhouettes casting an enigmatic spell over you. It's a moment etched in your memory, feeling of awe, wonder, and a hint of fear that this film conjured. But It Came from Outer Space isn't just a cinematic journey, it's a window into the world of 1950s sci-fi. Did you know that this film was one of the early pioneers of the 3D film format, captivating audiences with its depth and dimension? Or that it was based on a story by the legendary Ray Bradbury? So, grab your time machine and join me as we explore some random facts about this iconic movie that left us both thrilled and haunted, still echoing through the corridors of cinematic history. It's time to dive into the fascinating universe of It Came from Outer Space. It Came from Outer Space, released in 1953, is a classic science fiction film directed by Jack Arnold. The story revolves around an amateur astronomer who witnesses a mysterious spaceship crash in the Arizona desert. As the town becomes plagued by strange occurrences and the disappearance of its residents, the film explores the theme of fear of the unknown. The film's unique style is characterized by its emphasis on suspense and psychological tension rather than typical 50 seconds creature feature action. Iconic characters include John Putnam, the protagonist played by Richard Carlson, and Ellen Fields, his girlfriend portrayed by Barbara Rush. The film's impact on popular culture is evident in its influence on subsequent sci-fi films and TV shows, particularly in the portrayal of aliens as more complex and misunderstood beings. It Came from Outer Space remains a compelling example of Cold War-era anxiety and curiosity about the mysteries of the universe, leaving a lasting mark on the genre. In 1953, Universal Studios released It Came from Outer Space, making history as the first 3D film from the studio. This science fiction classic, directed by Jack Arnold, tells the story of an alien spaceship crashing on Earth and the ensuing paranoia that grips a small town. One interesting tidbit about this film is its influence on pop culture. The Hellenic pop duo Fantastic Something found inspiration in the movie's dialogue. Their name derived from the line that Fantastic Something, heard in the film, became a part of music history when they had a minor UK hit in 1983 with If She Doesn't Smile. Another intriguing aspect of It Came from Outer Space is its script. Although credited to Harry Essex, much of the script, including dialogue, is closely copied from Ray Bradbury's initial film treatment. This borrowing from Bradbury's work adds an extra layer of intrigue to the movie's production history. In summary, It Came from Outer Space not only stands as a pioneering 3D film in Universal Studios history, but also left its mark on the world of music and raised questions about the origins of its script. It's a testament to the enduring impact of this 1953 classic on both film and pop culture. In the 1953 movie It Came from Outer Space, one notable quality was its seamless blending of real desert highway locations and studio sets. This intercutting technique made the movie more realistic, with scenes transitioning smoothly between actual desert landscapes and their studio recreations within the same sequence. Director Jack Arnold, who helmed the film, would later collaborate with Russell Johnson on the popular TV series Gilligan's Island in 1964. This connection adds an interesting dimension to the film's history, showcasing how talents in the movie industry often crossed paths again in different projects. Additionally, Kathleen Hughes, despite having only one scene with a few spoken lines, was featured in the end credits alongside the main cast. This inclusion was likely due to her status as Universal International's potential answer to Marilyn Monroe. The studio had plans to groom her for stardom, and this recognition in It Came from Outer Space reflected their ambitions. These behind-the-scenes details offer insight into the making of the film and the interconnectedness of Hollywood talent. It Came from Outer Space remains a noteworthy sci-fi classic from 1953, with its blend of real locations, directorial connections, and studio aspirations adding depth to its history. In 1953, the sci-fi movie It Came from Outer Space brought alien encounters to the big screen. While the film is known for its eerie storyline, there are some intriguing behind-the-scenes details worth exploring. One lesser-known fact is that the Universal International Makeup Department presented 2 alien designs to the studio executives during the production. Interestingly, one of these designs got rejected but didn't go to waste. It was later repurposed as the mutant in Universal International's 1955 movie This Island Earth. This creative recycling of ideas within the same studio showcases the resourcefulness of Hollywood at the time. Another fascinating tidbit relates to a dramatic spaceship scene in the movie. The shot of the spaceship destroying a ship wasn't actually filmed for It Came from Outer Space. Instead, it was a newsreel footage showing the HMS Barham exploding after being torpedoed in November 1941. This use of historical footage added a touch of realism to the film's special effects, a common practice in the era. And here's a unique twist. If you type the helicopter's number seen in the movie into most web search engines, you can uncover its registration and history, last checked in 2013. What makes this interesting is that, although the helicopter is shown carrying 3 people in the film, it was registered as a 2-seat vehicle. It's a reminder of the movie industry's ability to work around limitations and create convincing cinematic experiences. In conclusion, It Came from Outer Space not only thrilled audiences with its alien invasion plot, but also had its share of intriguing behind-the-scenes stories. From recycled alien designs to historical footage and helicopter quirks, these details shed light on the ingenuity of the filmmakers of that era. The Joshua trees seen in the background of the opening scenes of the 1953 movie It Came from Outer Space are native to the Mojave Desert, where some of the filming took place. Despite their name, they are not really trees. Instead, they belong to the lily family. These peculiar plants grace the desert landscape with gorgeous creamy blossoms during the springtime. Interestingly, It Came from Outer Space stood out from other American movies of the 1950s in one particular way. Unlike most films that displayed their credits at the beginning, this movie chose to place its credits at the end, a unique approach that added a distinct touch to its cinematic presentation. In the film, the character John Putnam is seen driving a 1952 Ford Crescent Line convertible. This vintage vehicle adds a touch of nostalgia to the movie, reflecting the era's automotive style and design. These intriguing details shed light on some lesser-known aspects of It Came from Outer Space, providing a glimpse into the film's production and the choices made by its creators. Whether it's the unusual Joshua trees, the end credits, or the classic car, these elements contribute to the overall charm and uniqueness of this 1953 sci-fi classic. The 1953 movie It Came from Outer Space is known for several interesting aspects. One notable point is that the town depicted in the film, Sand Rock, Arizona, appears to be a fictitious location. Despite its portrayal in the movie, there is no real town by that name in Arizona or anywhere else. This fictional setting adds to the movie's sense of mystery and suspense. Another intriguing detail about the film is its script. Although credited to Harry Essex, most of the script, including dialogue, is copied almost verbatim from Ray Bradbury's initial film treatment. Bradbury's imaginative storytelling and his unique approach to science fiction played a significant role in shaping the movie's narrative. This connection between Bradbury and the film adds depth to its history and legacy. In conclusion, It Came from Outer Space is a classic 1953 sci-fi movie that features a fictional town and owes much of its script to the creative genius of Ray Bradbury. These aspects contribute to the film's enduring appeal and its place in cinematic history. As we bid adieu to the enigmatic world of It Came from Outer Space, I invite you to embark on a journey of introspection. This 1953 cinematic gem, a symphony of suspense and wonder, has woven its extraterrestrial threads into the fabric of our collective imagination. Have you ever pondered how this otherworldly tale touched your soul? Perhaps it stirred a sense of cosmic curiosity, kindling a fascination with the infinite expanse that lies beyond our earthly abode. Or maybe it resonated with your inner explorer, igniting a yearning for the mysteries that the universe conceals. Now, let's dive deeper into the memory banks of your mind. Do you recall that unforgettable scene that sent shivers down your spine? Was it the eerie emergence of the alien spacecraft, or the heart-pounding moments when the unknown lurked in the shadows? Share your cherished memories, your innermost thoughts, and let them ripple through the cosmos of conversation. By sharing your reflections on It Came From Outer Space, you not only celebrate a timeless cinematic masterpiece, but also join a constellation of like-minded enthusiasts, each with their unique constellation of memories. Thank you for spending this moment of contemplation with me, and for nurturing the enduring legacy of this cinematic gem. Your connection to this film enriches the tapestry of human experience. Until our next cosmic rendezvous, keep reaching for the stars, and keep those memories of It Came From Outer Space close to your heart, with cosmic curiosity and cinematic delight.